Good morning. I want to talk about mainstream media. No, people complain about them. They say that they don't report properly on the rallies and the protests. Where people are protesting the restrictions or the passports, it's almost like media want to hide it. They don't want to talk about it. Or they want to make these people who protest look stupid, bad people, right? I think there is something to this. Sometimes I suspect that mainstream media is trying to cover something up. All right. So there was one in London last weekend, and I saw the footage, and it was huge. I think at least 200,000 people. It was fantastic. I don't know. Some say that it was the biggest ever. So this is what New York Times said about it. Hundreds protest in London. Hundreds. Why did you even mention it if it was hundreds? What is this, like 400? Well, you'd hardly notice it if it was like 400 people. This is what they said. And still they reported on it. This is weird, isn't it? Yeah. And then was The Guardian. This is what they said. Hundreds of anti-passport protesters invaded the Westfield shopping centre in Shepherd's Bush on Saturday evening, at the culmination of a mass march that drew many thousands and snaked miles through central and west London. Well, they say many thousands here, yeah. But you see the focus of the report. They focus on this invasion of a shopping center. Yeah. And you get a very strange picture, don't you? What's going on here? It looks like some hooligans invaded the shopping center, and it doesn't sound good, right? This is the focus of the report. But still they reported on it. So this is also very weird, I think, right? Yeah. And then there's another protest. This was in Brazil. Now this was very, very different on how it was reported. Yeah. There were, for instance, there were interviews with the people who protested. So you got some reality on these people. Yeah. And they seemed like nice people, right? Yeah, this is what The Guardian says about the Brazil protest. Tens of thousands of protesters poured onto the streets of Brazil's largest cities to demand the impeachment of President Jair Bolsonaro over his catastrophic response to the pandemic. Right. So why are they protesting, you think? Well, they don't like Jair Bolsonaro because he did not restrict their freedoms enough. It's true. This is what they demand. They want more restrictions. Now, how does this sound to you? This sounds strange, doesn't it? Yeah, it's hard to believe this. So you live in Brazil and you decide to protest with tens of thousands because your freedom is not limited enough. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, Bolsonaro, he's been very different, right? He didn't want to lock Brazil up, right? So who are these people? Well, mainstream media is like they want us to believe, it seems like it, they want us to believe that people want the restrictions. Yeah. And those who protest the restrictions, they are very few and they are bad people. That's what it seems like to me. Yeah. Now, people protesting not enough restrictions, this is the weirdest thing I ever heard of. Yeah. Did this ever happen anywhere? I don't believe it. Now, mainstream media, they will not tell us the truth about this. maybe sometime in the future, somebody in free media will expose this Brazilian story and we will know. Yeah. I hope so, because this is so strange. Right. Be good.